In a historic move aimed at reducing the cost of airline operation in Nigeria, the federal government has officially signed the Cape Town Convention CTC practice directions, signaling a new era for the country's aviation industry. The era for the country document was signed by the Chief of Judge of the Federal High Court, Justice John Terhemba, Tsoho, during a stakeholders meeting of the Presidential Enabling Business Environment Council and chaired by the Vice President Kashim Shettima at the Presidential Villa. The signing of the CTC practice directions marks the full implementation of the Cape Town Convention in Nigeria, which will lower the insurance cost, boost investors' confidence, and allow local airlines to lease aircraft more efficiently. The Cape Town Convention regulates international aircraft leasing, and the Nigerian had previously faced the risk of blacklisting due to the breaches of the agreement. And Vice President Shettima highlighted the pro-business stance of President Bola Tinubu's administration, pledging to support the nation's airline industry. And the Finance Minister, Wale Edun, also promised to meet with airline operators and stakeholders to further address concerns and reduce costs in the sector, emphasizing the government's strategy for economic growth, lower inflation, and a stable exchange rate. Airline operators, led by Air Peace CEO Alain Onyema, however, lauded the president for his commitment to improving the aviation industry, describing the day as historic for Nigerian aviation. The signing is expected to reassure international investors and significantly improve the business environment for airlines, according to the Special Advisor on PEBEC, Dr. Jumoke Oduole.
Sign up what? Okay, thank you very much.
I'm blocking her.
It's okay. It's okay.
Sir, yes.
Tinubu has once again demonstrated that he's not only a listening president, but has gone a long way to engender the ease of doing business in the aviation industry more than any other since the creation of this country called Nigeria. We in AON are so happy and we commend him for what he has done today. Today is revolution. President Bola Tinubu has caused a positive revolution in the aviation industry by making sure that this practice direction has been signed, concerning the Cape Town Convention and its application in Nigeria. What this means that the president has inadvertently increased the capacity of the Nigerian airlines in the aviation space. You have to understand that all these legacy airlines of the world, the Delta, the British Airways, and all of the Emirates, they don't actually own these planes, they are financed. The Nigerian airline is almost dead on arrival because you must acquire a lot of money and buy the aircraft yourself. The Nigerian airlines, because of country, have been stigmatized. We couldn't get dry leases of all these lessors coming here to give us their planes. So many reasons we are given. One of them, the most potent of them, was the Cape Town Convention, which allows the lessor to take their planes out of the country whenever there is any default. Hitherto, they were finding it difficult to take their planes out. Some people went to court, though in some cases it was not their fault, but the fact that you went to court to stop a foreign lessor from taking his aircraft out of the country, that brought a lot of disadvantage to the country, and the country got unnecessarily stigmatized, kind of unofficially blacklisted. But today, that blacklisting has been removed.
My name is Dr. Mrs. Anastasia Bem, and I'm also the Director of Human Rights. One of his key points, agenda of his 5 points, was to increase the growth of local airlines, business in Nigeria, by ensuring that they are sustainable whilst holding them to account. What we have witnessed here today is a realization of this goal by the signing of the Cape Town Convention practice direction into law. The Honourable Minister, being also a lawyer of the inner bar, he has understood very well the challenges which this country has faced with regards to the issue of compliance with the Cape Town Convention. For the records, major aircraft manufacturers like Boeing, Airbus have characterized Nigeria as a non-compliant country to the Cape Town Convention. That convention was meant or is intended to facilitate the financing of aircraft acquisition because most aircraft are owned or financed by way of dry lease, and it's based on the guarantee that if an operator leases his aircraft to a Nigerian operator, and if there's a default, he'll be able to repossess that aircraft without constraint. Along the way, for the past 20 years, this problem has lingered on, in sense of the fact that some of the lessors were not able to recover their aircraft in time. In fact, a period of 10 days calendar days is provided for an operator to be able to, a lessor to be able to recover his aircraft. Nigeria, for the past number of years, was not able to comply with this. This practice direction, which has been signed into law today, we, the Honourable Minister, have worked on it assiduously in collaboration with Boeing, in collaboration with Airbus, and with the Federal High Court, is to reassure the international community that Nigeria, it is safe to invest, to bring your aircraft into Nigeria, and if there's any problem, those aircraft can be recovered within the 10-day period that has been provided. By the time that you're empowered to really do a lot of transformative work in a very difficult environment. Mr. President authorized His Excellency the Vice President to take on some particular thorny issues, and today it's the aviation sector. As chair of the PEBEC, His Excellency has convened this meeting at the request of one of the PEBEC members, the Honourable Minister of Aviation. We've come with stakeholders to talk about issues. Nigerians have been seeing the high cost of flight tickets lately. There are a number of factors, including forex and all that, but there's some regulatory and bureaucratic challenges. Because Mr. President is really committed to addressing challenges one by one, this is one of the fruits of what he has done. And I just want to thank Mr. President for his attention to ease of doing business and making sure that Nigeria is a progressively easier place to start and grow a business. It's never easy reforming, but that is the thankless job sometimes of a reformer. So the sector, I'm glad that you've listened, are happy. The regulators are here. The policymakers are also here. I want to thank all the stakeholders, and together, as we continue to address one issue at a time, the Nigerian economy will certainly turn the corner and up trajectory. So thank you.